What if the love of your life wasn't your wife? And what if the place you plan to sell end up saving your soul? A man who's awakened feeling he never dared to face. And this isn't just a romance story. It's a story about identity, desire, betrayal, and a love that changes everything. Francesco and Marta appear successful. They run a small design firm in Rome. From outside, they look like a modern power couple. But inside their home, silence, distance, cold dinners, and a love that once defined them has evaporated. Francesco has emotionally withdrawn. Martha feels invisible. And in their loneliness, she begins an affair with Fabio, their business partner, not out of passion but out of desperation. How do you fix a marriage when both people have already stopped trying? Before either of them can answer that, faith intervenes. Francesco learns that his aunt Anita, the rebellious black sheep of the family, has died in Istanbul. She leaves him her property. To Francesco, it is just an inconvenience. And here he tried to fly to Turkey, planning to sell everything quickly and return to Rome to finalize his crumbling marriage. But Istanbul is not a Rome. Their air is warmer, the street breathe history, life feels slower, deeper, and waiting for him is something unexpected. The inherited property includes a neglected hammam, a traditional Turkish bath. The family who manage it under Anita's care welcomes Francisco warmly. They are nervous. If he sell, they lose everything. Among them is an Mehmet, a young, open-hearted, curious. He eagerly shows Francisco the city, its hidden beauty and its hidden soul. At first, Francisco keep emotional distance, but something begins to melt. What if this place you are trying to escape to is actually where you belongs to? And here the inside abandoned bathhouse, surrounded by marble and steam, Francisco feels something he hasn't felt in years: peace. And here, instead of selling, he shocks everyone, including himself, by deciding to restore the Turkish bath. It's not longer about money, it's about the purpose. As the restoration progresses, so he does his bond with Emmet. What began as curiosity slowly transforms him tenderness and then desire. Here, the Francisco comforts his feeling he has buried his entire life. He is not just restoring a building, he is rebuilding himself. Here, Francisco and Emmet begins a relationship, quiet, intimate, and emotionally deep. And there is no dramatic confection, no grand declaration, just stolen glances, a gentle touch, and honest connection. And for the first time, Francisco feels seen fully. The cold, rigid man from the Rome begins to disappear. Is it a betrayal if you have finally become the person you were always meant to be? Back in home, Martha senses something has changed. She flies to Istanbul to finalize their divorce, determined, angry, and ready to end it cleanly. But when she sees Francisco, she doesn't recognize him. He is lighter, softer, and alive. And the Turkish bath has given him a direction. Hemet has given him love. And strangely, Martha falls in love with him again. Not with the old Francisco, but with the new one. Rome suddenly feels small. The divorce feels meaningless. Here, the Francisco refusal to sell the valuable property creates the tension. Local businessmen grow hostile, and Anita once resists them, and now Francisco does the same. He believes love and honesty are enough. But the world isn't that gentle. Threats escalate. Still, Francisco refuses to leave, and he has chosen his life. Just when the Turkish bath is fully restored, just when the life feels right, violence strikes. Francisco is murdered by those who wanted the property, and the transformation he fought for brutally cut short. Here, the sometime the moment you finally start living is the moment the world decides to take everything away. In the aftermath, something unexpected happens. Marta does not return to Rome. Instead, she stays. She takes over the Turkish path. She steps into Anita's role and becoming the new guardian of the scared place. And here the final scene suggests that once cold, distant wife has now transformed too. The Turkish bath changed them both. Francesco found himself, and in losing him, Marta found herself. Francisco finally found the courage to live as his true self, but freedom came with the highest price. In the film, the Hamam wasn't just a bathhouse, it was a rebirth, a place where identities were stripped bare and truth rose with the stream. He lost his life, but he died honest. And in the end, the moment he left chose not to run, she stayed, carrying his transformation forward. Because some lovers don't end with death, they change the people who survive. And if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching the video.